Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Leanna and I'm here just to tell you that, you know what, I'm having a day and I don't want to do any work. My motivation has gone out the window and I was supposed to be doing photos today and I'm just not going to do it. You know what, my head is just not there. I can't make myself want to do it. I do have drafts that I can list, so I'm still not falling behind. I can still list, and I've been doing that. I did list a couple over on eBay as well, so I'm still working. It's just, you know, the actual physicality of taking photos, it's just not in the cards for me today. I'm just not there whatsoever. And you know what, sometimes that happens. Sometimes you can dig yourself out and you can motivate yourself and you can get stuff done, and that's really good. And sometimes, you know what, you call it a day. And you know what, I'm just calling it a day. Paul's gone off to the cross-border shipper, which was great. I didn't have to do that today. He's also dropped off a package at Canada Post for me, which is awesome. I got nothing else to do. We had a bit of an accident this morning. You know, I'm all redoing my inventory space. So part of that was along one side, we have a lot of eBay totes and filing cabinets. And some of these filing cabinets are the wider ones. They're low. They're only 2 drawers. They're low, but they're wide. We had 2 of them. Well, we have 2 of them, but they were stacked on top of each other, which is not exactly safe, especially since you couldn't lock these drawers and they kept opening. They kept sliding open because my house is fairly crooked. It's an old house and like the floors sometimes do this a little bit. So the drawers weren't staying shut, and I know that Paul and I had talked about fixing it and fixing so that, you know, at least the drawers would lock or do whatever. Well, unfortunately this morning the drawers opened on the top filing cabinet and it went crash. I was up in the dining room having my breakfast. Paul was downstairs right beside it doing his packing, and I heard this big crash and a swear word. But it scared me. I had to make sure he was okay. It didn't land on him, which it didn't. He's fine. I was happy, but he was sort of blocked off into the shipping area and I was on the other side, and it's not funny because it was scary, but it's kind of funny because we talked about it. And you know, now the rule is when you want something done, do it. Get it done. Don't procrastinate. Get it done. So everything in the drawers of this filing cabinet is fine. Nothing got broken. Unfortunately, it did kind of crush a little bit of something that was supposed to be shipped out today. So Paul took a photo and sent that to the customer to see if they want a reduced rate, if they still want it, what they want us to do. He wants to do whatever he can because that's what happens. So that's unfortunate. And you know what? It kind of set me off. Unfortunately, I kind of woke up on the wrong side of the bed this morning to begin with, and I wasn't in a happy mood. And then this big crash happened, and there's a mess in the basement that I've been working on keeping, you know, organized. It happens. So I decided that I thought I would just take some time away. I read my book for a bit, and I was like, okay, I'm going to go downstairs, and I'm going to fix that area. So I reorganized it a bit. I took the filing cabinet, and now they're side by side. So like they're on the floor side by side and there's totes on top of them. It looks much better and it's a lot safer until the lock can get fixed. So that's good. But it took some effort, and honestly, now I'm just not in the mood to work. I'm not in the mood at all to take photos. You know, I just don't want to. So you know what, I'm not going to. I listed some on eBay today, and I have done some listing on Poshmark. I also have a couple of more drafts that I can list, so I'm okay for that. I'm just going to take photos probably tomorrow or Wednesday when I'm just feeling mentally better about it. Because it happens sometimes. Sometimes you just gotta say, that's it, I'm done, it's calling it a day, and you walk away. You have to do that sometimes. So I'm also doing a couple of experiments this week just to see if I can shake it up a bit because sales were really, really bad for me last week. So I'm doing a manual share of my closet. Today is Posh Canada. I'm going to share my closet at least 10 times. Tomorrow I'll switch it over to Posh US. And on those days that I'm sharing manually, the other closet will be shared through Posh Sidekick. So I'm still sharing, it's just I'm switching it up a little bit. I'm also going to run some shows I'm going to try an aim for every single day. I'm going to keep those, I think, on auto because I'm just not in the mood, but that could be today. I'll see what happens. I'm not going to set it in stone. I just know that I'm going to do some silent shows all week long just to see if it makes a difference. Because you know what, sometimes a change is as good as a rest, and just changing little things here and there keeps the algorithm guessing. You know, we've talked about that. I am a firm believer in that. I think that if you do the same things day in, day out, and you share at the same time, you list at the same time, you list the same amount, you do whatever, I think the algorithm gets bored, and I think it's a really good thing to, you know what, just shake it up a bit. And that's the theme of the week, is shaking it up. Starting it with a big crash was not fun, but everything's okay, so that's a blessing, I guess, in disguise. But I thought I'd hop on real quick and just share that natural thing that happens. And you know what, I'm not always on the ball. I'm not always excited to get to work or, you know, to do certain tasks, and you know, that's okay. That is the realness of real selling. No, I didn't say that right at all. That's the realness of reselling, because that's true. I think a lot of us go through this where, you know what, you got to dig deep sometimes, and if I didn't have listings and drafts ready to go, then I would have had to dig a little bit deeper and get some photos done. But because I do have some photos already ready to go, I feel that I can just take that step back today. So I'm thankful for that. Anyway, short video. I hope everybody's having a very good Monday, and I'll see you next time. Bye.